Here's your WNEM TV5 News Update.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Lauren Piesco. Here's a look at the top stories we're following. Genesee County Metro Authority Sergeant Blake Hibben cleared in a shootout that started with a traffic stop. Prosecutor David Layton says on February 27th, officers pulled over 39-year-old Robert Nowotny at Hill and Torrey Roads in Mundy Township, while there was a warrant out for his arrest. Nowotny drove away, starting a police chase. He fired 10 rounds at Sergeant Hibben, who shot back, hitting Nowotny. He is charged with assault with intent to murder, along with other felonies. The Michigan Board of Education says more than $41 million in relief funds were promised to schools across Michigan. But now the federal government is taking that money back. Flint Community Schools looks to be the most affected. The funding was granted districts hit hard by the pandemic to address issues like mental health and infrastructure. And Michigan's new car seat law takes effect today. Kids are now required to be in rear-facing car seats until 2 years old. Then up until 5, they need to be in a forward-facing harness seat. Kids should also be in a booster seat until they're 8 years old or 4'9". Anyone under 13 should be sitting in the back seat. Now here's meteorologist Matthew Mondro with a look at your forecast.
Thank you, Lauren. And for this Wednesday, first alert weather day in place because we are expecting a heavy rainfall, 1 to 2 inches widespread across mid-Michigan by the end of today. Could even have some locally higher totals as well. There's also a severe storm risk between 6 p.m. and midnight. There is a slight risk for most of mid-Michigan, straight line wind gusts being the primary threat, though we also can't rule out some large hail or even an isolated tornado because there will be some spin present in the atmosphere later into the evening. However, the storm chance depends on a few moving parts as we go through today, primarily when the rain leaves this afternoon and if temps can warm up enough this evening. So if the rain clears out early and the temps do warm up enough, then that means the severe risk holds on. But if the rain holds on pretty late in the day, even towards about 6 or 7 o'clock, then that would mean that the severe risk does become a little bit lower for us. The snow showers we've had this morning are starting to exit our area, but we do expect a wintry mix briefly for the mid-morning. That'll consist mostly of sleet or ice pellets, so not too much in the way of freezing rain. So that is the good news with the wintry mix. And then as we head towards lunchtime, especially just more rain, even some non-severe thunderstorms going into the early afternoon. So that'll bring some good downpours with it. After that rain, again, potentially leaves early enough, then that's where we have that storm chance as we go into the later parts of the evening here. Again, all types of severe weather are possible if everything lines up correctly, but either way, after midnight, things do start to quiet down, and by 4 o'clock in the middle of tonight, we're completely dry. Now, also in the middle of tonight, midnight expected to be quite warm, mid-60s. That'll actually even be warmer than the daytime today. We only see about low 50s at best during the daylight hours. Cold front late tonight will then cool us back down to the low 50s again on Thursday. Friday, home opener for the Loons, still looking dry during the daytime, but we have some showers expected to start up in the middle of the night that carry into Saturday morning.
Remember to tune into WNEM TV5 on air and online 24/7 for the latest news, weather, and information.